What is up, y'all? It is your boy Red back with a new playthrough of a not so new game, but this release has been like very, very, very like highly anticipated, at least on my end. Yeah, so this is Sonic Generations. Will be more specifically Sonic and Shadow Generations, but yeah. So the first part of this, like I guess playthrough we'll be doing the Sonic Generations portion, which I have more opinions on for real because Sonic Generations is like over 10 years old. And yeah, I remember I actually have like a lot of memories of that game from like back in the day. So yeah, and this is the new title screen. And of course, we have like game select. So we have Sonic Generations as well as Shadow Generations. So yeah, like I said, for like the beginning, we'll be doing Sonic Generations, which I still think holds up. It holds up to this day. Probably one of my favorite Sonic games, like in general, like period. Not even like including like all the classic games, all the adventure games, boost games. Like this is definitely like top five, top five, like out of everything. Um, I feel like on a good day, it's really like my favorite, to be honest. But yeah, so for y'all who aren't as familiar, or y'all if y'all weren't like around at the time, Sonic Generations is basically, is it Sonic's 25th? I think, yeah, it's Sonic's 25th anniversary. So the game revolves around like Sonic's like birthday, I guess. But like during the birthday party, like the Time Eater, who is like the villain of the game, he comes through and like basically put Sonic in like some type of, I don't know, white void space. And basically too long didn't read. The point of the game is just playing as classic Sonic and modern Sonic through like different stages of like different Sonic games throughout the generations. That's basically the gist of like what the game is. So like Act One is like right here is like classic normal like Genesis Sonic. And then Act Two is like unleashed and like colors, and I guess you could say a little bit of like Sonic Rush. Now this game actually did come out for 3DS too. And it's pretty different. It has its own stages other than like Green Hill. Green Hill is also in the 3DS version. But the 3DS version, I think it gets Casino Night, it gets Mushroom Hill, um, Radical Highway, Emerald Coast, and then what else? Is there a hero stage in Sonic Generations 3DS? What's the third adventure era stage? I forget, but it's like on the tip of my tongue. Or is it there even one? Because I know it has less stages too. But anyway, and I know they have like a stage from like Sonic Rush, and I think Sonic Colors did this as well. Tropical Resort, yep. So yeah, so like I said before, this Sonic Generations came out in 2011. So Sonic and Shadow Generations is, for the most part, or at least for half, it's a remaster of Sonic Generations from 2011 or 2012. Did Sonic Generations come out in 2011 or 2012? I think 2011. But yeah, so this is like the birthday party or whatever. And if y'all notice, for y'all who played this before, now we have like these childs in the background. And that's like the main thing. This, well, one, Childs, and two, both classic and modern Sonic have like the, not the spin dash, but like the drop dash. from Sonic Mania. I was actually real. I was real intrigued when I found out Modern Sonic could do it too. But this is coming. Oh yeah, but for y'all who don't know, I've said this on like some other videos. But when it comes to like Sonic, I kind of stopped playing after hell after like Lost World. I kind of tuned out. Well, no Mania, cause dang, I hate that Mania and Forces like kind of came out at the same time. Cause I swear when those two games came out, I was just stuck on Mania, and I don't think I really played any new Sonic games after that. Even though I wanna check something out though. Sonic Superstars seem cool, but like Frontiers, Forces. Even though I think I've played Forces a little bit. I've had like a little like taste of it, but when it comes to like boost, like Hedgehog engine Sonic games, I think this is the last one I played. Other than like Lost World, but yeah. I actually think it was a missed opportunity that Generations didn't come out for the Wii U. I'm pretty sure it could have ran on there. But yeah, my history with this game, I first played on PS3, and because it was on the PS3, I remember like the game not being 60 frames. At least I don't think it was. I don't think it was 60 FPS. I want to say it was like 30, and even then, sometimes it would like be chopped. Now it did run better than Unleashed. Now that's one thing that I thought about. Like I critiqued Generations on when it came out. I thought the visuals were not as they weren't as impressive, I guess you could say, as it was on like Unleashed. But I think they did that for performance reasons. Cause Unleashed runs like it runs okay, like for the most part, but a good portion of the game is like real like laggy and stuff. Which is but like technically I still think like Unleashed is like the best looking Sonic game. I don't know. At least to me, I don't know if it's just like nostalgia or what. Like even better than Generations, but Generations also a very good looking game. And when you have like the PC version, you can make the PC version look just as good as Unleashed. You can port like Unleashed levels too. Well, people have already done it, but like the Unleashed project, they used to go ham. I think this is like the first. This is also the first game that I really got into like modding for real. I say this in Smash Brothers Brawl. I remember the modding scene used to go crazy on this game. They used to mod different things like Emerald Coast and like Dreamcast Sonic, which is actually a skin, like an official skin now in here. I didn't show it off when I recorded this, but I should show it off when I go on live or something. So other than like the chow and the drop dash, I think well not I think, but I the script for the story is like ever so like changed. Um it's just like little things. Like I think the original like Sonic Generations in 2011, I think the story was kind of going for more like Sonic and them, like modern Sonic and Tails. They don't necessarily they're a little more like hazy. I don't know, like they don't remember it exactly, but in this version, I guess they're more aware of like their past. I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, that is Green Hill Zone, which is I played that so many times. like like period. Like I remember back in the day, and one thing about this game too, it's fun to speed run, even if you're not like a super like speed run genius type. But honestly, all these stages, I played this game so much, and this is Chemical Plant Zone. Which I couldn't. When you, if you're thinking of a stage to bring back from Sonic 2, it's more than likely this one. Even though I hate it kind of sucks that they brought it back again for like Mania. And I can't wait until I get to Sonic Mania to talk about some of the, yeah. Cause I still think Mania is like a top-notch Sonic game. I still think it's like very much up there in terms of like quality and all that type of stuff. But that game could have been so much better. Like looking back in it, and oh my god, I don't know what is going on with Sonic. But yeah, now these early levels are pretty like they're pretty straightforward. Like even like portions of like these act ones in the Genesis stages, I think they're like kind of recreating a little bit from the actual like stages they're from. Like it's not one to one, but like y'all saw how in like the beginning it had like the twirling tools. That's how it is in Sonic 2. And it's like some other parts of the stage that's kind of reminiscent of like the original. But yeah, so in terms of like control, classic Sonic, how can I say this? He definitely is not like one to one like from the Genesis games. Like I think now I haven't played Superstars, but from what I heard, Sonic in that game plays more closely to like classic Sonic than classic Sonic right here. Now I feel like classic Sonic in Sonic Generations, he feels it's like he feels like a mix of he feels more like a mix of classic Sonic and modern Sonic. Honestly, like he just doesn't, cause like the spin dash honestly feels like the boost. The spin dash is almost just as fast as the boost. It just doesn't last like everlasting. Like you know, when Sonic spin dash, he has to come to a stop at some point, unless he's like going down the hill and stuff. And this jump right here is so tight, but I made it. Oh, but I missed that light speed dash. Oh, but yeah. Oh, so there are also these if y'all see me going back to get this, it's this we have red star rings, which in this game were amazing because they unlock art and like songs and I think different abilities too. I think you can get different skills from red star rings. But oh yeah, and there's a chow. Now this isn't 100% playthrough, cause getting like getting all the red star rings in some stages require you to play them more than once. And then I don't know where the chow are, cause yeah, that's a new part. So yeah. But some of the red star rings are like real easy to get. Like that one right there, like that was just in plain sight. Oh, what was I saying about Classic Sonic though? Oh, but yeah, Classic Sonic, he controls good though. I'ma just say that. Like, if you play like the classic games a lot, and then like when the game first came out, it was kind of weird. I ain't gonna cap. It was weird at first, but like now that like time has passed and like the game has kind of lived for a bit, I feel like it's okay. It's not bad. Like in the 3DS version, Classic Sonic, basically, he also gets the homing attack. Like, just a part of his like move set. Is when you get to the adventure portion of the game, when you get to like Emerald Coast. And then the homing attack for Classic Sonic is also actually in this game too, but well, in this version. But I think you gotta, I forget what you have to do. I think you have to get all the red star rings. I think so, or something. Which Classic Sonic having the homing attack is. Now it's cool. It's cool that it's there, but I feel like for the 3DS version, it's kind of weird that he's like required to have it. But I don't know. That's just me. Actually, I remember people saying, and I don't really know that in the 3DS version, Classic Sonic actually controls like ever so slightly better than how Sonic controls in this game. I think it's this the HD version of Classic Sonic just has more weight to him. And yeah, so of course this was developed by Sonic Team, but the 3DS version was developed by Dimps, who made almost every other handheld Sonic game. I think they did Rush, Rush Adventure, Colors, Advance 1, 2, and 3. And that was Chemical Plant. And we found where we're unlocking our friend, Amy. Oh, and like, sorry for y'all who may not can stand it, but like the reason I use Japanese voices, more so the reason I use Japanese voices in Sonic games is just for the sake of like consistency. And then I don't know, I kind of just like the voices. Am I weak for that? I don't know. Especially for I now when I played the Shadow Generations, and I'm trying not to spoil that because we gonna get into that too. But I definitely like I said, I haven't just been into a mainline Sonic game since like Lost World. So that Shadow voice threw me it threw me off like all the way. But I don't even know. Does Shadow still have the same Japanese voice actor? If he doesn't, it sounds just like him. I think it's the same guy though. And then the same guy has been voicing Sonic since Sonic Adventure. But in the American version, Sonic has had how many voice actors? I don't even know. If I recall correctly, I think Classic Sonic was originally supposed to talk. I guess they just couldn't find the voice or something. I don't know. It is kind of weird though that Classic Sonic doesn't talk, even though Classic Sonic does talk. And like cartoons and like even like anime, like the Sonic OVA. So Classic Sonic definitely talks, just not in here. I think they just maybe they end up doing that just to show like contrast. Cause even though Sonic talked and like here there are like different type of like supplemental material, when it came to the game, Sonic didn't really talk. So I guess, but still. And those red star rings right there. See, I got all of them I could in one go, but I'm not finna play that over and over again. For the well, I actually will, but on my own accord. I'm not gonna play it over and over again just to record it and show y'all every single star ring. Unless y'all want me to, please let me know y'all want me to. I don't mind going on Twitch and finding the rest of them. But yeah, that is Sky Sanctuary Act 1. Which is a cool stage. But I think it would have been cool to have like Angel Island or like Lava Reef Zone or like Mushroom Hill. I think the 3DS version actually got some good stages though. Like Mushroom, I take Mushroom Hill over Sky Sanctuary. I ain't even gonna cap. Cause when it came to like Sonic 3, I was a type I never even got like two Sky. I never even got to Sky Sanctuary. I think I always stopped playing it like when it came to Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's like I remember I could beat the Sonic 3 portion, but I never got past like Flying Battery for real. And even when I played Sonic and Knuckles on Sonic Make Collection, I still like never got past like Flying Battery. It wasn't until I got older. Like I probably didn't even complete Sonic 3 for the first time until around the time this came out for real. Cause I was wondering like what is Sky Sanctuary? But nah, it's a cool stage. Um they they bring this back for Sonic and All Stars Racing, I think, Transform. It may have been in the first one too, but I don't remember. But yeah, I think this game is just so cool. I think the cool thing, like just being a Sonic fan, when this game came out was just so like amazing because it's like they brought everything back like but in HD and like Sonic Unleashed graphics and gameplay, high speed platforming action. Like I don't know, it's just like a love letter. I feel like, and they do it justice too. Which the more I think about it, this definitely could have ran on the Wii U. Because if this ran on the PS3 how it did, it could have ran similar on the Wii U. Or wait a minute. So, but is the Wii U not even as powerful? Nah, I think the Wii U was like comparable to PS3. I'm pretty sure the Wii U could run this game in some form or fashion. But then again, you look at Lost World, which I wouldn't say is impressive looking as this. Even though I think Lost World still runs on like a Hedgehog engine. Hell, Sonic Colors on the Wii runs on the Hedgehog engine. Like everything is just so detailed. Like that's another thing. Just to add on what I was saying, like everything is so detailed. Like even the new models for like enemies, like just walk up to them and just look at all the detail on them. Like they're perfectly recreated from like the sprites and stuff. Okay, and that was all of the classic stages. Yeah, so Green Hill, Chemical Plant, and Sky Sanctuary. I think my favorite stage is probably Green Hill Zone, Modern Sonic. Probably because it's the most fun to speed run for me. But I think all the other stages are pretty cool too. But in terms of like classic Sonic, like I said, I think these stages are more just like trying to ease you in, and in parts of the stages like recreate from their original. Even though I think Sky Sanctuary Classic Sonic is a little more like creative. But as we move forward, I think the levels are gonna get better, if you ask me. So yep, now we have Knuckles. So we've saved our main three friends, Tails, Amy, and Knuckles. And these are the challenge gates, which we will do in the next part. So I will see y'all there. This is your boy Red, signing out. Ciao.